Welcome. We are going to get started with a little midday yoga. I'm so excited. I thought we'd use an office chair today. So you could use, a regular chair, you could use an office chair, whatever to just kind of inspire you to do some movements while you are sitting in your everyday life, right? So welcome. One of the things that I thought might be nice to remind you about is having some essential oils near your desk. I'm a big fan of essential oils. I don't use essential oils as much as I used to before I learned homeopathy. However, essential oils are so much fun and they help you with setting an intention. So if you're looking to bring your attention and your awareness for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes at your desk, this would be a great thing. Or even deciding to put a certain scent nearby to remind you to breathe, to remind you to take a pause in a moment, especially if you open up an email and you're feeling suddenly very stressed. Let's bring the awareness back to your center, right? So that's what these are for. I have a number of different ones. If you want one that's more calming, reach for one that's more calming. If you want one that's more energizing, if sometimes, work can get a little exhausting, then you could do that. But it's something that's nice, not required. And you can do that to cultivate what you're wanting. So I'm going to use something that's called Peace and Calming and just put a little bit on my palm and then rub. Whew. Roll the shoulders back. The one prop that I have today, besides using the chair, is you might want a strap nearby. You don't have to have one. I'll show you how we might use it. But then bring your hands to the nose, to the face, just a little bit over the top, and just sort of wave your hands around with your oil, just to sort of change the energetics of your space. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Because the energy at the desk could be really intense, right? So we want to bring ourselves back to a place where we are connecting to ourselves, not necessarily the computer, not the phones, right? Trying to remove ourselves from the distractions of the devices. Good. So to start, you might want a Kleenex. We're going to do a shot kriya, which is a cleansing practice. And in this case, we are going to do a practice that is called Bastrika. So Bastrika is called like the Bellows Breath. So it's sort of like tending to a fire where you have one of those, I don't know what they're called, but it pushes out the air, right? Like that. And that's basically what we're doing. So you're going to roll the shoulders back. And the shot kriya, what shot kriyas do when we say that they're purifying, they're cleansing practices, is they set you up for success for meditation, for breathing, for pranayama, for the asana. They set your body up because they start to bring clarity and awareness very quickly. Highly recommend. Love doing these. We've done several other. We've done Kapalabhati, you've done Agnisara, you've done Nauli. So these are all practices that we have in our nurtured community, and you can stack them upon each other, and they're great to do right away in the morning. But this is something you could do anytime you're at your desk to kind of bring your attention and your energy inward. Okay, so Bastrika is going to look like this. You're going to roll your shoulders back, and then you're going to inhale and exhale vigorously. But you're trying not to up here, okay? All right, so we're going to do this about 30 times. If it becomes too overwhelming, just slow down until you relax it. But we'll do this 3 times. So I'll just say, okay, exhale, and then you'll be done. You'll breathe normally for a few moments. I'll say, okay, inhale to prepare, and then you'll go, okay? So 3 times, and then we will get started. All right, inhale to prepare. Let it go. Relax the shoulders. Widen the tongue. Relax the teeth away from each other. Lips may slightly part. Get ready to go again. Inhale. Let it go. Relax the teeth, relax the mouth. Relax the shoulders. Last time, inhale. And let it go. Just sit for a moment, relaxing into that quietness that has been created and cultivated. Noticing the energetic shift of the mind as well as the body already. And then set your intention. Now, this is a midday practice. This practice is intended for you to do at your desk anytime. So you can choose your intention. Maybe it's just to honor the pause every so often. Maybe it's to cultivate a little more gratitude or self-love. Maybe it's to cultivate patience. But connect to your intention. Imagine that as you think about this intention, you're seeding it throughout all of your body, all the way deep into your cells, all the way to the energetic level, to that which you can't see or know, but you can feel. Good. Blink your eyes open. Let's roll the shoulders back. Oh, yeah. Okay, and now we're going to bring our arms out wide, and we're just going to inhale them up. I'm going to roll back here. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Good. Keep going, and I want you to think about making sure that your inhale is happening the entire time till your hands touch. The exhale is happening the entire time until your hands come all the way down. 2 more just like that. And exhale. Then roll those shoulders back. Make sure that when you're doing that practice, you're trying to keep your shoulder blades down. Now inhale the arms up, bringing the hands together the best you can. And I want you to think about rolling through the chest and sort of rocking and bringing the hands to either side of the head. This may be easier for others than yourself, right? So just be kind and gentle. You might feel like you can't touch your hands. That's okay. Just touching or not, but imagining bringing your upper arms next to your ears, but keeping the shoulder blades down. Good. Inhale, gently, slowly start to look up towards the hands. It might be too much for some of you. Exhale, draw the head down. One more time. Inhale all the way up, look to the hands. And exhale all the way down, stretching the back of the neck. Inhale, looking up. Good. Bring the arms down. Just place them on the knees or on the shins or on the thighs. Inhale, we're going to turn and look in the to the right or to the left, stretching and lengthening through the opposite side of the neck. Inhale back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Good. Keeping the mouth open just slightly as you do this, but breathing through the nose. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Good. Inhale back to center. Now drop one ear towards one shoulder. Try not to bring the shoulder up. Actively relax the shoulders down and away. If you feel inspired to, lengthen the opposite arm and then play around with this. I really like to do this kind of robot arms, to sort of get into these little nooks and crannies, and then adding a little gentle movement. Bringing yourself back to center, opposite side, feeling that nice long traction, and then maybe elongating the arm, maybe not, and breathing. Good. All right, so I'm going to come to the edge of my chair here, just to give me a little more room. And I'm going to open up my arms out to the side, and I'm just going to rotate so I'm getting into my shoulder joints, just gently coming forward. Okay. And then we're going to just kind of bring our arms towards the sky. As best as you can, not overdoing it. And hands behind you. Again, up. If you feel at all inclined to get up, feel free. Coming down. Good. Now, just if you have hand arm rests, you can place one arm on a rest. Okay, I'm going to rest on my left. If not, just hold your hand on the bottom of your seat here. And then you're going to basically do gate pose off to the side. Okay. And as much as it makes sense to you. And then we'll do the other side. Inhale over. And just a couple more, just like this. And if this felt really good to you, you could do this longer. All right. Now, one other thing I'd like to do is I'd like you to think about lengthening up through the torso. So I'm going to bring my left arm to the armrest, or again to here. And I want you to think about lengthening up through the torso, and then just think about your hips just tilting off a little bit to the right. And then as you come over, you're opening up the belly as well as opening up through the arms. One last time, the other side. Lengthen up through that torso. Good job. Excellent. Now we're just going to come forward, and I want you to just rock down as if you're coming into kind of a modified cat-cow and a forward fold all at once. I'm just going to turn my chair so you can see how I'm doing this. Come down, articulate with that flat back, and then arch back up. Coming down with your flat back, arch back up. Just a couple more times like this. I'm rolling my shoulders as I do this. Excellent. Then what you can do is you can come forward. Either you can stay on your chair and widen your legs and bring your hands towards the floor and let your head hang in a forward fold. Otherwise, if you feel inclined, you can come up off of your chair, rock from side to side into those hamstrings, let the head hang, maybe rocking the head. Good, and coming back down and taking your shoes off if it feels good to do so. We're going to do the number 4 stretch. You're going to have a couple ways that you can do this. You can just pick up one leg and put the ankle on top of the opposite thigh, like right above the knee. And you can hang out here. I like to kind of press into my inner thigh. Otherwise, some of us are extra flexible and we need options. So on the back of your chair or at your desk, you could pick up your leg, flexing it. So you're flexing your foot and then hold it here. This one's a really great one. But both work, and they're both very good for you whenever you have the opportunity to do that. Good. Then we'll do the other side, and we'll pedal it out. Breathe into your body. Good. And we're just going to do a couple sort of sit and stand chairs. So you're going to pretend to sit in your chair. So you're going to To get yourself started, you're going to ground down through the four corners of your feet. Think about having your feet in line with the knees, and your knees are in line with the hips. So they're not too wide, not too narrow. And you're just going to take your arms back, sweep them up, coming up into a chair. Arms can be all the way up, or you can be in goalpost arms or airplane, depending on your shoulders, right? And then exhale, sit back. Don't really sit on the chair, but get close. Exhale. Inhale, just a couple more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. And then sit all the way down. Good job. So let's go ahead and now let's work on our wrists and our forearms. So I'm just going to have you take a little bit of pressure in your thumbs and start rubbing down the line of your forearm. So I just started below my elbow. Now, a lot of us have repetitive work. And this can be really nice for those of us who want to keep carpal tunnel at bay. I'm also rubbing this side as well. So setting that intention while you're doing this, that, oh, this is just going to break up any tension, break up any stagnant energy. We're bringing flow. And we're bringing flow during this time when office work can feel really stagnant. Let's do the other side, starting at the right below the elbow, rubbing down with the thumb as well as the fingers, all the way towards the wrist, back up. Being gentle, mindful, right? Just a couple more times. Good. Now we could, of course, keep doing that. You could do that anytime, but now we're going to get into our wrists. I'm going to see about moving this a little bit. All right. So I'm going to interlace my fingers, and I'm just going, and I have my forearms together, and I'm just sort of rocking back and forth, just waking up my wrists, giving them some love and attention. As I'm doing this, I'm just noticing any extra tension I might be adding to my shoulders, which is unnecessary. I'm just trying to rock those shoulders, roll them down and away. Good. Then you can bring your hands away if this feels okay for you. Roll those shoulders down and away. If you would like, you could stretch. If that felt good, if it feels of service to you, go for it. If you want to spend a little time rubbing the hands, really into getting this point here, and then in between each finger, the fleshy parts, the parts that usually your acupuncturist they definitely will put one here. And you might be able to tell because you can feel that stagnant energy. So just give your hand some love. If you haven't moved to the other hand, go ahead, do it. You can even sort of grip a finger and then kind of squeeze in and out. Good. Excellent. Okay, one last move before we start getting into a little pranayama and meditation is I just want you to like rotate through the chest, going in a couple directions, breathing, allowing yourself to feel really good. Breathe into your low back, breathe into your spine, wherever you can send that energy and awareness. Breathing into these places sometimes sounds ridiculous, but your visualization can really help. Like, oh, I just want to breathe into my shoulders and help them open. Great, use that visualization. Good. Now take a moment, make sure you're seated comfortably. Adjust if you do not feel that. And then just close your eyes and check in to how you're feeling. Good. So we're going to do some pranayama. So I like to do it like this. I like to have my index fingers out and my thumb, and I close the ring finger and the little finger. So I'm using my right hand. Now, some people have you use these fingers, so your thumb, index, and ring. I just personally, that you can either have your hand, your fingertip here, or you can roll it, and then you can close off your right nostril and inhale through the left. Like I said, I kind of like to do it like this. So just make it work for you. Oh, and I'm using my ring finger. So make it work for you. So you're going to close that right nostril, inhale through the left. Imagine the air is going up to the point between the eyebrows. Pause for 2 seconds and then exhale again for 4. Inhale for 4 through the left. Pause for 2 and exhale for 4. Keep going. Continue. Relax those shoulders away from your ears. If you want, you can really place that elbow and that upper arm on your chest so that you're taking any weight off of holding that arm up. Three more times through, and then bring your arm down. Good. Just keep the eyes closed. And I want you to inhale and draw white light in through the gates of all of your senses, through the eyes, the ears, the nose, the skin, the mouth, towards your third eye. And then hold your breath for a moment and meditate on a ball of white light at the third eye. Exhale, feel that prana moving out from your brain and out through the 5 gateways of the senses. This brings healing to the nervous system, can cure fatigue and exhaustion. And it's like a pranic bath to the brain, refreshing and revitalizing. So you're going to draw in white light in through the gates of your 5 senses, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your skin, towards the third eye. And you'll hold the breath for a moment and meditate on this white light at the third eye. Exhale and feel that prana moving from the brain and throughout all the 5 gateways of the senses. Imagining that nervous system healing, fatigue and exhaustion being relieved. And imagine that you're bathing the brain in this refreshing, revitalizing light. Continue. When you're ready, release this meditation and visualization. Bringing your hands to your heart, you can bring them to an Anjali Mudra, that prayer position, pressing the thumbs a little bit into the chest, into that sternum, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, slight chin tuck, and just connecting again with this intention you set for this time. And then bringing your hands down, thanking yourself for making a little time for yoga, a little time for movement, a little time for meditation and pranayama. And I want to impress upon you, you can do any of these things just in your day-to-day, really simple. One other piece is you could always add a short Shavasana, right? So you could either sit down and bring your legs, straddle your chair, and then put your forearms down and arch forward. Or depending on how your desk is set, you might just scooch a little bit away and then place your head on your stacked forearms and allow yourself to relax. All right, well, thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Feel free to let me know if you have any feedback, and we will talk soon.